day 7 of my 20-day water fast, which again may turn into a little bit longer. It may go for 30 days. We'll see. Let's see, today, I'll take a step back. Last night, after I finished my recording, it was already late into the evening, and trying to go to sleep. I was dealing with some uncontrollable hiccups, which was kind of unusual. Part of me was like, does this have something to do with my fasting? I'm not sure. Yeah, so I got it during my dinner with my family, and I kind of I don't think I really brought it up much during the last video, because it was only a little bit during the dinner, and then it managed to go away afterwards. But then it was just away for a little while, and then late in the evening time, it came back, in a vengeance. And next thing I know, I was just hiccuping, and it was just like making lots of noise. And like late at night, I'm trying to just go to sleep, and I could not get myself to go to sleep because I just kept hiccuping, trying all kinds of breathing techniques to try to stop it. And it was definitely an exercise in surrender. So that really threw my sleeping schedule off. I don't think I got to sleep till like 2 a.m. So that sucked. But, what are you gonna do? At least I don't have it today. So, knock on wood, Let's see, then, slept in weird positions. Yeah, so anyways, my quality of sleep last night was not optimal, for sure. And then the result of that was I completely slept in this morning. I didn't get up to like 10:30, which is a far contrast to where I've been waking up at like 6:30, 7:30, so that, but like I said, it is what it is. Positive, like when I did get up, my pain level, when just kind of in just kind of an immobile state, just sitting there, not moving, pain level was at, felt like at a 1 now, which is good. And then, increased to anywhere from a 2 to 3 level of pain if I started really moving it in certain ways, having to like took a shower and like having to like work on getting my arm through my shirt sleeve to put a shirt on and stuff, then the pain may momentarily be at like a, closer to a 3 or something. But that's still a lot better than it was just, a couple days ago, with it being, all the way back up to a 4 level. So definitely had that spike. Yesterday, well, I'd say a couple days, man, it's all blending together right now. I think yesterday morning level 4 when not moving. Bruising on my left thigh has definitely come to the surface and is becoming way more apparent. So I've been starting to put ice packs on my left thigh. I got through the day, this morning when I was preparing my water, the normal, like pouring it out of the pitcher, my filtered pH enhancing pitcher, which I think I'll make a separate video, just like going over the exact things that I'm using right now. That I was reading a 9.5, and I had put the drops in already, and I was like, it slipped my mind. Oh crap, I didn't actually take the measurement. So I was like, oh, but it already has the drops in there. So I poured some back out into the little measuring glass that I used to stick the pH sensor in there. And then to my kind of surprise, it was at like 8, and I was like, whoa, it dropped to 8. And then like the TDS, total dissolved solids, which makes sense. I mean, I'm adding these drops of all these minerals and stuff, so of course it's suddenly going to like spike, right? But it spiked a lot, it went, suddenly jumped to like 1,300 and stuff. And the EC also was just like 10 times higher, you know. Sorry, I don't have the exact number because I didn't write all that down, but just from memory. It was, yeah, significant. It went from a small 3-digit number to a 4-digit number, you know. So, you know, definitely an order of magnitude of, you know, at least 5 to 10 times more. So that made me go, you know what, maybe I should just kind of take a break from using the electrolyte additives right now and just go back to just drink just the straight filtered water. So I did that, and so I've just been drinking just the filtered water today. I noticed that I didn't seem to need to drink as much water today, which was interesting. That usually I would have gotten through at least 3 liters by now, and I'm only halfway through the second bottle, and each bottle is 1.5 liters. So, you know, so I'm only like a little over 2 liters today. So that's interesting. And then the other interesting thing is, you know, again, this morning I was at 5.7, like going back to the readings. I was at 5.75 pH this morning when I checked myself, and dropped down a little bit of weight. You know, went from 198 down to what was it? 197.2. So down, you know, so just under a pound less, you know, which is, you know, it's still solid. 197.2. But then when I checked the water, you know, without the additives, then it was 9.65 this morning, 125 TDS and 250 EC. So I worked through the day. I ended up having a little bit, I started really late, you know, because I got up like 2 hours later than I thought I was going to get up. So that threw off my schedule. So I went and did some simple little handyman jobs, you know, just a few little minor repairs and like building a dollhouse and stuff, which, you know, I was able to get by with only using my left arm minimally. And so, you know, got through all that work today. You know, so my energy level overall stayed pretty solid throughout the day. You know, I was just drinking my water, not thinking about food anymore, not having a desire for any food. And then this evening when I got back, I just for the heck of it, I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna check my pH again, and it ended up being it inched up to 6 now. So it's been at 5.75 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, you know. 6 days. Well, today's 6, you know, today's day 7. But it had been for the past 6 days up until this morning, and now it finally notched up, you know, made a change, and now it's bumped up to 6. So I'm not sure if that's more to do with enough time has gone by overall, or that maybe the electrolytes, maybe it was not, maybe I was just having too much of the electrolytes in there. I'm not sure. But in the meantime, my plan now is to just drink the filtered water for at least the next couple of days before going back to adding the electrolytes again. You know, I've been doing it for all these days, so, you know, a few days without it is probably good. And then maybe just rebalance, and maybe only like every 3rd day be putting the electrolytes in there, or every other day, something like that. So, but I'll let you know each time. And then, yeah, and what else? Yeah, definitely feeling I'm definitely feeling leaner. Feeling leaner today for sure. Leaner, lighter. Definitely feeling like things are healing pretty readily. Like I feel like I've noticeable regaining of use of my left arm. It still aches and stuff, but it's not as bad. I mean, hell, I broke my collarbone on December 23rd, and it's only January 3rd. So this is normally a 1 to 2 month long process, or 6 to 8 weeks process. So it's pretty exciting to see that, I could see that steady progress, accelerated pace is happening. What else? Again, mental clarity is there's a noticeable improvement in overall clarity. My subjective the subjective experience of just noticing little things, catching little things, having thoughts. I think everything just feels sharper, just a little bit sharper, a little bit more in focus. Yeah, I'm really getting that there's definitely a very much things are just like a little more purer. There's a little more purity in clearness. My mind and my thoughts are less diluted, less getting pulled in all directions. A little bit more calmness in my mind, a little more more like a little more focus, I think. Just it's not a dramatic change over yesterday, but it's just like, it's a noticeable change though, and I think it's just this. I think if this continues like this, then I can definitely, imagine that there'll come a time, going into week 3 kind of thing, that it's going to be, potentially a substantial amount of clarity and focus and purity of mind and the system and all that stuff. So yeah, so that's where I feel I'm at, like right now, energy wise. I'm doing this video a little early. It's 8:26 p.m. Because I have a friend coming over, so I wanted to actually finish this pretty soon so I can go and do a little cleanup, straighten in my room for a little bit before he gets here. Energy feels, like I said, it's, I was a little tired, but I think just the bad quality of sleep. But I plan on I expect to have better sleep tonight. And then, that's, when I say get up at 10:30, actually, I think it was 10 a.m. is when I think I actually got up. And then I did a coaching call session a couple hours ago. Really went into some deep inner emotional work, relationship with self and my parents and that all dysfunctional cycles and stuff, or dysfunctional patterns. So I feel like this being in this fasted state is definitely it was really helped to facilitate that better, because it definitely allows me to be more present with myself. I don't have the option of using food to soothe myself and to avoid feeling uncomfortable feelings. You know, like that's not an option for me right now. So it's like that's before was like my drug of choice to avoid feeling the feelings I didn't want to feel, you know, dealing with the inner despair that I didn't want to deal with. But now I'm actively, you know, doing coaching calls and stuff to just like actively work through it and go in there and face those things from childhood and stuff. Yeah, so that definitely was both you know, a little bit of exhaustion, but followed by a sense of, you know, a certain sense of relief. So yeah, so definitely feeling a little more heavy and grounded right now, less kind of up in the air, head in the clouds, which, you know, it's very enjoyable having my head in the clouds and all that, but I realize I need to balance it out with some groundedness. So that's definitely been helpful, like really getting into my, you know, unprocessed emotions and feelings of disappointment and despair from, you know, the life not lived, you know. But there's always a new day, you know, so, you know, I'm not on my deathbed yet. So I'm not on my deathbed. Doesn't look like I'm anywhere near that. So there's time to, you know, make a new, you know, have a, you know, set a new course. And this fast is definitely one of the tools I'm using to, you know, put a line in the sand and be like, okay, this, you know, before this fast, that was my old self. And after the fast is my new self, which actually at a physiological level, especially if I push it all the way out to like maybe 30 days, it literally will be a brand new body. Like my body will basically just discard all the old tissues, all the old cells, and just replenish and renew and regenerate. Like I have like my old body, it's like new cells, new blood cells, new everything, you know. It's just like so much gets renewed. And so I literally will have a new body, and if I go for 30 days for no fasting, but, you know, be pretty close with 20 as well. So I'll kind of use that as both a literal representation and also figuratively be like, okay, you know, it's time of change, time of transformation. You know, I'm not the same person, literally, you know, so that's also something to, you know, for you to take with you. All right. I think that's about it for now. Yeah, feeling good, feeling in the zone. You know, definitely feeling more optimistic now. Feeling like I've kind of things have settled in now. You know, past what seems to be the most difficult part. I'm not having a bunch of withdrawal symptoms anymore. Urges, you know, like fainting, you know, feeling like I'm gonna faint and all that kind of stuff. Like all that stuff, I feel like that's behind me now. And so now I'm on the, you know, it's just cruising along right now. It's like, so it's on cruise control right now, and I'm just cruising along and just enjoy this for as long as it goes, you know, and make the most of it, you know, when I do come to an end, make the best of this, of what's been rebuilt, you know, the stripped down, but totally renewed, rejuvenated body that I'll have at the end of this. You know, it's gonna look skinny as hell and all that stuff, but that's visually depleted body looking as it is, it's going to be like pure, you know, just pure, purified to down to every cell, purified, renewed, and you know, youthful. So, I mean, hell, I probably add a decade to my life, probably doing this, assuming I continue with a very healthy diet that I'm also going to be working on mapping that out while I'm doing this fast to figure out what to do, what not to eat, you know, and setting that game plan up now so that I don't make any, you know, mistakes that could, you know, induce some new things in my system that it doesn't want, you know. So, and of course, I'll be sharing all that as well as I'm getting off the fast. Actually, I just got the bone broth that just showed up that I ordered. So that's the plan, break the fast with the break the fast with bone broth. That's a bit of a tongue twister there. So, all right. Yep. So on to, well, I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.